Hello and welcome back to Factorio C Block. Last time we spent a little longer than I really intended, but I wanted to get to that automated science because that was important to the kind of the sustainability, that's the word, of this factory. And so then I let the game run a little bit. I did a couple of extra researches, and we're kind of on track for the next thing that I wanted to show. But while I was letting the game run, I wasn't paying attention, and this ran out of fuel, so all the slide got backed up for a little while. So the next thing I want to show is algae processing. And I also unlocked washing, but we're not going to use that today. I unlocked washing because I also want to unlock composting. We're going to go ahead and start that. And that's just for kind of the tag of today, the tagline of today. So algae processing is done in an algae farm. We have only one recipe in these algae farms, and the recipe is bring in water, spit out algae. So let's see, I want to do a little bit more dirt here then, or sand here then. I did do a bit here, we'll do a little bit more. It's fine. We'll have to start making some stuff pretty soon, but not yet. So the reason we're going to do algae next is because algae leads us to automated power. And that's kind of an important thing to have because, well, you've seen what we had so far. So let's go ahead and move this slightly here. Right there, actually, would be kind of super. And we're going to do 4 of these. And I'll show you the recipe here in just a moment. Is that okay? No, that's not okay. Got to come down by 1. This is why I have bots, y'all. Okay, so the recipe, or the recipe we're going to follow, I already built it because I figured you all have seen Hell Mod before. If you haven't, let me know though, and I can maybe do a tutorial on this or something. I'm sure there's one out there on the internet, but if you want me to have one, I will have one too. So we're going to make, in an assembly machine, we're going to take the algae and we're going to make these cellulose fiber, which is our first automatable fuel source. And in order to make that in one factory, we need 4 algae farms, hence the 4 algae farms. We're also going to have this byproduct of brown algae, and that's, to tell you what that does is a little bit of a spoiler. We're not going to do it right now. One of the other things we unlocked recently, in the last episode, I think, was iron and copper pipes. And I actually like this idea because we have a few stone pipes here, but once we run out of these stone pipes, I actually like to start making copper pipes because copper's somewhat useless in my experience so far in this game. So I'm just gonna do it this way. So I like to kind of just get rid of the copper that way. It may not be the best thing to do, but I don't know any better. So what are you gonna do? We're going to output the green algae, of course, and the brown algae, because it's going to produce every 30 seconds 25 and 5, and that's 0.75, so that makes it 37.5 seconds. And then we need a belt, like that, and we need a bunch of power poles like this. I'm just going to do them as easy as reasonable. We're not going to hook it up just this second, but I also have a assembly machine made, and we can use that maybe right there. I don't know that I need the space, but I'm going to have the space. And then we want to use that to make cellulose fiber. We just finished the composting, and we're going to stop the research again. Because we're going to use composting for this in just a moment. I guess I should have been prepared a little bit more and made the inserters that I needed and things. That'll do. And then I might do a splitter here to deal with this. For right now, we're gonna leave this as is. I'm gonna put one of these here, and then I want to just connect this up, something like that, and that'll be fine for now. These are gonna kick off right away because they've got water already being fed to them, and so and low power too. Of course, there is low power. Which we're gonna just live with for the moment. Oh, you need fuel. Hello. Let's do half of that, and then maybe half of that. That's way too much though. No, actually, that's not too bad. Well, alright, fine, we'll leave it there. I should queue up some more wood, but I'm not going to. And you can see they're flashing blue on the bottleneck icon, telling us that power is an issue. I'm kind of okay with it at this point. I could shut some of this stuff off. Maybe I should shut some of this stuff off just to keep them from complaining so much. Yeah, we could do that. Let's pull this right here. Actually, I could pull that pipe out too, so we don't need... Oh, you do need that one. Never mind. We did need that one. And that'll eventually shut these 2 off, which is probably an okay thing to do, because that'll save us a little bit of power. And already we've got brown algae on the belt here, so we need to actually deal with that. Let's deal with that this way. So let's do a basic splitter and another one of these, and then I want to look for and find, not those, but this composter. And that's what I just finished the research on, is composters. And that's going to give us the ability to turn our brown algae into compost. Or, well, we already have the ability to turn the brown algae into compost, I think, from this one. Maybe? In one of them. Maybe it is already, or it's part of this here, and I just didn't notice it. But that brown algae's got to be gotten rid of. And we're going to do that by turning it into compost. There's no recipes here for this. You just stuff it in there. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do brown algae to the right. Brown algae. And we'll do this. That. Clear that one like this. And then you can come up like that. And do the brown algae thing. You and you. And of course now we have too much of a good thing, which is not actually a good thing. So let's deal with that as well. A couple of these. Let's go centers, I guess. And then I'm going to stick these in boxes, which we also don't have at the moment. There we go. Boxes. You go there, you go there. And you need another power pole, so we'll put that there. That's fine. So we have now cellulose fiber and compost. Compost is just going to stack up in here, and we're going to ignore it for quite a while, actually. Well, a fair while. Probably there's a few these episodes from now, but this is making the cellulose fiber, which is our first automatable fuel source. And I want to grab some of these iron plates because I want to actually make some automated power. Two boilers. Two boilers. One boiler and two steam engines to start with, and then we'll also need an inserter. I think I'm just going to stick once again with these. And then we'll have to connect it to water, which we can do just maybe right here. You can go like that, and we'll just deal with it somehow. Boiler right in here. That was weird. That's actually kind of fine. In that case, I'm going to change this slightly, move that power pole up, and not use the underground, just to save on those. And then we, of course, need to have two of these, and it's just slightly not in a good spot, but I could shift this stuff around later, off camera, for example. So you need fuel. Huh, you don't say. And actually, this isn't the best situation. We can make good of a bad situation by making a few more belts and pretending that there's belts going there. And then we can let's do this, and then let's use Bob's adjustable inserters here to put that onto a belt, and then to put that into the machine. You need power as well. There you go. And that will give us some automated power, except that you need stuff up there. Let's do this and that. I'm probably just going to pick all this up and shift it. Lift and shift. Why are you stopped? Why are you stopped? Oh, because I cut the water off. That was the bad one to do. Oopsie. Turn that back on. Turn this one off instead, then. That was dumb. Alright, there we go. We lost all production of metal there for a little while. And so now this just kicked on because we're over 1.8, or just about at over 1.8. Which means these will kick on, but because wind power is renewable, it's got a higher power priority internal to itself. It's not something you can configure like you can in captive industry, for example, but it's something we can manage for now and then deal with later, or something that'll be automatically managed for us because wind power has it's kind of like solar. It has a higher priority. So these will only run if necessary. And it's not necessary right now because our power is low. So actually what I should have done, what I could have done, what I probably should have done, is left this connected actually. So that these will run, so that we will actually use all of that power and a little bit more. And that means that, of course, we will be making all kinds of cellulose fiber. We're making all kinds of compost, which will be saved for later. And we'll be also, I think, leaving this here. Now, these guys, I think they need help. I think they need some help here. So maybe I do something different with this. And we do something like this. See, there. Put another one of these in here, which I don't have. And then this and that, like that. I think they need 2 because they're trying to load in 10 every 2 seconds, and, well, they need a little help for that. Even if it's only half speed, that's still 10 every 4 seconds. And one of these can only swing 432 degrees per second, so they need a little bit of help. But this should be okay, and we can leave this here. This is a nice short one, as I intended. And next time, we'll take a look at washing, which I had unlocked at the beginning of this episode, which is a little bit more involved, but as long as I'm prepared, I think we can get this done in a short one as well. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.